Good morning, people. Yesterday I didn't upload a video and I did not take any trade, and that is because I've been backtesting crazy. And Yes, it's wrong to strategy hop all the time. I am an intermediate trader and I shouldn't be doing this, but the thing is, we are not switching an entire strategy in itself. We're just trying to find, a new approach to the strategy, like finding different approaches to the same strategy. Okay, and when I backtested whatever I backtested, I did not do it out of spotting a certain pattern and trying to check if that pattern works throughout. It was me um, just thinking that I've learned one thing around 1 year back. Again, it was Vakara Sim's entire video, but then he did. It was not a strategy at all. It was about how you find who are in control of the market, whether the sellers or the buyers, and how you determine that is by seeing it sweeps a top and then goes breaks down. Then that means the seller is in control, and when the and when a bottom is swept and makes a break of structure, then that means the buyers are in control. Okay, so with this, this was in the 1 minute. Okay, so I remembered this, and I thought we could use that to get trades. Okay, so instead of in the 1 minute, we try in the 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes, and that means we'll have extremely high number of trades within a month. But if we just base our strategy on that, we would be losing most of the time. Okay, so instead of just basing on just that, we add another confluence, which is point of interest. Okay, so when we add point of interest, then that means we need to choose the correct point of interest, and after a lot of backtest, we figured out that the best point of interest is the 1 hour order block and the 1 hour fair value gap. Okay, but also the 15 minutes order block, which is slightly, it's almost as good as the 1 hour order block and fair value gap. So if we use that as our point of interest and see if any of the swings get swept and make a break of structure along with a fair value gap, then our strategy is open. And if we if we have to trade it efficiently, we'll have to place our entry at the order block and the stop loss above that sweep and not at Fibonacci 50. And we should also trade only within the session. So inside, if there's a London sweep, then we'll have to trade within London, and if there's a New York sweep, then we'll have to trade within New York. So there's no inter-session trading, okay, whatsoever. There might be opportunities, but most of the time it's losses. And we also realize that Asian zone has a really it really does this entire job of sweeping, breaking structure, coming back, retest, continuing that thing really well. Basically, it does a strategy really well, Asian session. But even the other sessions are doing pretty good, but the Asian session is the best. Okay, so this is just one part of the backtest, and the next part of the backtest, what I did was we looked at sweeps of important points. So in the previous thing, we looked at just sweeps of any low, any high. Now we look only at sweeps of important points. So sweep of Asian low, Asian high, sweep of London low, London high. That's it. We don't have sweep of New York because New York is the last session of the day. Okay, so in this approach, we'll have only trades during the London session and the New York session. So with that, we have a good result. And bad thing about this is that we were able to backtest only for 1 month. Okay, but the good thing is that the previous approach of sweeping every single low and every single high and trading that, we had around 82 trades in a single month. Okay, 82 trades in a single month. So that is almost a good sample size to base our win rate and base our strategy. Okay, we'll have to forward test this. Okay, and if you see, this is the result. Okay, so we have the Asian sweep. Okay, and if we look, we have biased and unbiased. So unbiased is regardless. If you see biased, we have no trades, no wins, only 3 losses we would have taken. And this is when there's no fair value gap or order block or whatever, you would have taken this loss, and 15 minutes fair value gap, you would have taken a loss, 15 minutes order block, you would have taken a loss. Okay, so basically bias is almost useless in this approach. Okay, and in the unbiased, if you see, we have 1 hour order block and 1 hour fair value gap, and we have 5 wins in that and 0 losses. Okay, and then in no point of interest, we would have won twice and lost twice, and this would be the win rate. Okay, so let's go to the London sweep. In the London sweep, we have this as our win rate, 100%. So obviously it's not the actual thing, but then it's just number of trades, so it's pointless looking at this. Okay, so let's go to random, which is every single sweep of liquidity. So buy sell liquidity, sell sell liquidity, every single swing, if it's swept and in our point of interest, we take the trade. And if you see 1 hour order block, we have literally just one trade, and that's 100%. That's just not how you look at it. Okay, and if you see 1 hour fair value gap, we have 8 wins, 5 break evens, and 8 losses, around 50% win rate. And then when we go to 15 minutes order block, then we have 10, 5, 5. Then we have 15 minutes fair value gap, we have 7, 1, 6. It's actually 7, 1, 7. Okay, and then with no order block, we would have it something like this. But this is just just the segregated part. Okay, so if we go deeper and if you see the total number of trades with point of interest, we would have 84 trades. Okay, I think, sorry, 82 trades. Okay, I don't know how I got the number, but something like that. Then we would have a win rate of 56%. Okay, and then if we go total with just 1 hour order block and 1 hour fair value gap, we would have a win rate of 65%. And total 15 minutes order block, then we'll have 64%, which is similar to the previous one. And then total with 15 minutes fair value gap, we'd have 46%, which is not great. And if you trade only 15 minutes order blocks and 1 hour fair value gap and 1 hour order blocks with London sweep and Asian sweep, then we would have a win rate of 81%, which is not accurate because the number of the sample size is very, very small. So we could actually get a 50% win rate, but this is still very good. Okay, and then if you take all the trades regardless of London sweep, Asian sweep, just every single sweep, and use only 15 minutes order block and 1 hour fair value gap as well as order block, then we would have 28 wins, 11 break evens, 15 losses, and that would also give us an amazing win rate of 65%. And this sample size is quite decent to base our strategy, but the thing is, we'll have to forward test this. Okay, and the number of trades, 84, 33, 22, 16, 13 and 54. Obviously the more confluences, the lesser number of trades. Okay, then we also checked the number of number of times we got 5R, 3R and 2R. 2R is basically this, and 5R obviously much lesser, 3R much less, little bit more than 5R. And then I also calculated the commissions we would be paying, and then if we take 5 minutes order block trades, then the amount of commission is extremely high. So for around 4 or around 3.5 pips, we pay around 100 rupees. I can't show it, your market is closed. Okay, so I know for a fact that I checked yesterday, and for around 4 pips, which is the average 5 minutes order block, the commissions are around 100 rupees. Okay, so even if we risk 500, we'll have to add commissions 100 rupees. So even with that, okay, if you see, this is the commissions for each. Okay, and then the win rate for 1:5 is very low, and the returns are also quite low. And if you see 1:3, they are good, and this is the sweet spot, right? This and this. Okay, so that's good. And then this is 1:2, and then this would be obviously the same. And then the net profit, the returns are this much. Okay, so they're not a lot different from 1:3. They're almost close. Okay, except this one and this one. Okay, and if you calculate the net profit after removing commissions, these are the results. So if you see here, 26.4 R, this one is same, 18.4 R, which is quite less from 1:3, and this one we have 7.2 more R than 2 R, so that would be nice. And then this one 19.4 R, and this one 13.4 R. Okay, which is our main strategy. These two are what I am looking at. Looks to be the best. Okay, so we could trade this. So we could trade just the 1 hour fair value gap and 1 hour order block with just random sweeps, and do only Asian sweep and London sweep, or just do even 15 minutes order block and get a higher number of trade and higher returns, but a little bit the same amount of win rate. Okay, so this is just based on one single month, so I cannot confirm that this is true. But what we can confirm is that with the number of trades we get in a single month, okay, which is 84 trades in a single month, you could consider that this could be accurate for the random sweeps. So with this amount of data, like around 82 trades, we have this as a result, and with this we cannot base our entire strategy on this. But what we could say is, for sure, this is much better than just plotting our trades on the 1 hour order block or the 15 minutes order block below the Asian low or above the Asian high, because the 5 minutes allows us to confirm whether whether the trade works or not. Okay, so that for sure. Okay, but then the win rate is not for sure. Okay, the win rate is not for sure. Okay, and one more thing for sure is trading with bias doesn't work here. Okay, then 1:3 is the best. Okay, and also random random liquidity sweeps do work, because, and we can strongly say, and we can say that the results are accurate, because the number of trades would be 54. Okay, 54 trades is a decent sample size. Okay, and we'll have to forward test that as well, but then it is a decent sample size to base our win rate on. But even if it's not 65%, even if it goes all the way to 50%, we would still be profitable at the end of the day. Okay, so starting from Monday, this one is for sure. Okay, this one is for sure. This one we'll have to forward test. Okay, at least trade in the demo account, because we'll be extremely free when we are not trading, so we can just try to trade this and see. Forward test for at least 1 month. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Let's see you on Monday. Bye. I forgot to um, check was this is only 15 minutes order blocks and 1 hour um uh, with London sweep, Asian sweep, as well as random sweeps. So, because of the London and Asian sweeps high win rate, um, it being added to the random sweeps increase the win rate of random sweeps. So, I did not check the win rate for just random sweeps. So, I did that. And if you check, we have 19 wins, 9 break evens, and 13 losses. Rate of 59.375, 41 trades, 5 hours, 8 5 hours, 13 we have 3 hours we have 13, and commissions 8.2. Okay, and the win rate is 38% for 5 hour, 27 hour returns, and win rate for 1:3 is 50%, and um, returns are 26 hour, and then our 1:2 hour we have 59.375% win rate, and the returns are 25 hour. Okay, and then if you see net profit, it's pretty much the same. So I think we can decide that for random sweeps, our risk to reward should be 1:2, because I don't want to have the headache of breaking even so many times. I mean, we could have just taken that 1:2. Maybe sometimes when we are in a continuous drawdown, that 1:2 would sometimes go to 1:2, and if it reverses, I would not forgive myself. So for random sweeps, we can do 1:2, and for London and Asian sweeps, we can do 1:3. Okay, so that is the missing part. Okay, so let's see what happens from Monday.